The National Electrical Code is not officially available in Italian. However, there are software options available that can translate PDF documents from English to Italian. Firstly, Adobe Acrobat Pro has a built-in translation feature. This allows someone to open a PDF document, in this case the National Electrical Code, and utilize the software's capabilities to translate the text from English to Italian. The accuracy can vary, particularly with technical documents like the NEC, but it provides a starting point for understanding the content. Secondly, Google Translate offers PDF translation capabilities. This web-based service can upload a PDF file and translate it to Italian. Google Translate is readily accessible and can be a convenient option for quick translations. It's important to be aware of the limitations regarding complex terminology and technical jargon. Thirdly, DeepL Translator specializes in high-quality translations. DeepL is known for its more nuanced and accurate translations compared to some other free services. It can be a valuable tool for translating sections of the NEC, but it is still recommended to verify the accuracy with an expert. Fourthly, SDL Trados Studio is professional translation software for businesses. This software is designed for more extensive and precise translation projects. SDL Trados Studio offers features like translation memory and terminology management, which can be beneficial for maintaining consistency in translations across multiple documents. It's a more comprehensive solution suitable for professional translation needs. Fifthly, Across Translator is an advanced translation tool with integrated terminology management. Like SDL Trados Studio, Across Translator is aimed at professional translators and organizations. It provides tools for managing terminology translation workflows and quality assurance. This can be particularly useful when dealing with complex technical documents like the National Electrical Code. It is crucial to understand that PDF conversions may not be 100% accurate. This is especially true for technical documents like the National Electrical Code, which contain specialized terminology and complex sentence structures. Translation software relies on algorithms and may not always correctly interpret the intended meaning of the text. Therefore, it is highly recommended to have an Italian-speaking expert review the converted document. An expert can identify and correct any errors or ambiguities in the translation, ensuring that the information is accurate and reliable. This review is essential before using the translated NEC for any important applications. The National Electrical Code is frequently updated to reflect changes in technology, safety standards, and best practices. It is important to obtain the latest version of the NEC for the most accurate translation. Using an outdated version could result in incorrect or incomplete information, which could have serious consequences. Ensure that the version being translated is the most current one available. When using translated versions of the NEC, it is vital to focus on understanding the underlying principles and requirements. The translated text should be used as a guide to interpret the regulations correctly. If there is any doubt or ambiguity, consult with a qualified electrical professional who is familiar with both the NEC and Italian electrical practices. This will help ensure that electrical work is performed safely and in compliance with the applicable standards. Consider the limitations of automated translation tools. While these tools can be helpful for initial understanding, they should not be relied upon as the sole source of information. Automated translations may miss subtle nuances or technical details that are critical for accurate interpretation. Always cross-reference the translated text with the original English version and seek expert review when necessary. The NEC covers a wide range of electrical topics, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, equipment installation, and special occupancies. Each of these areas has its own specific requirements and terminology. When translating the NEC, it is important to pay close attention to the context and ensure that the translated terms accurately reflect the intended meaning. In some cases, it may be necessary to use specific Italian electrical terms or adapt the wording to ensure clarity and comprehension. Remember that the NEC is a comprehensive document, and translating it accurately requires a strong understanding of both electrical engineering principles and translation techniques. The translated version should accurately convey the intent of the original code and be suitable for use by Italian-speaking electrical professionals. For example, consider section 210.8 of the NEC, which deals with ground fault circuit interrupter protection for personnel. The translation of terms like ground fault circuit interrupter and personnel must be precise to ensure that the translated text accurately reflects the requirements of this section. Similarly, section 250 of the NEC covers grounding and bonding. Translation of terms like grounding electrode, bonding jumper, and equipment grounding conductor must be accurate to maintain the integrity of the grounding system. A correct translation of these terms could lead to unsafe electrical installations. Furthermore, the NEC includes numerous tables and calculations that are essential for determining conductor sizes, overcurrent protection, and other electrical parameters. When translating the NEC, it is important to ensure that these tables and calculations are accurately reproduced and adapted to the Italian electrical system. Any errors in these tables or calculations could have significant consequences for the safety and performance of electrical installations. The NEC also references other industry standards, such as those published by the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers and the National Fire Protection Association. When translating the NEC, it is important to ensure that these reference standards are also available in Italian or that appropriate equivalents are used. This will help ensure that Italian-speaking electrical professionals have access to all the information they need to comply with the NEC. In addition to technical accuracy, it is also important to consider the legal implications of translating the NEC. The NEC is a legally enforceable document in many jurisdictions, and the translated version must be legally sound and enforceable in Italy. This may require consulting with legal experts to ensure that the translated text meets all applicable legal requirements. The process of translating the NEC involves several steps, including terminology research, translation, review, and editing. Each of these steps is essential for ensuring the accuracy and quality of the translated document. Terminology research involves identifying and defining the key terms used in the NEC and finding appropriate Italian equivalents. This may require consulting with subject matter experts and using specialized dictionaries and glossaries. Translation involves converting the English text into Italian, paying close attention to technical accuracy and clarity. This step should be performed by experienced translators who have a strong understanding of both electrical engineering and translation techniques. Review involves checking the translated text for accuracy, completeness, and consistency. This step should be performed by subject matter experts who are fluent in both English and Italian. Editing involves making any necessary corrections or revisions to the translated text to ensure that it is clear, concise, and grammatically correct. This step should be performed by professional editors who have experience in technical editing. The translation of the NEC is a complex and challenging task that requires a multidisciplinary approach. It is important to involve experts from various fields, including electrical engineering, translation, and law, to ensure that the translated document is accurate, reliable, and legally sound. By following a rigorous translation process and paying close attention to technical and legal details, it is possible to create a translated version of the NEC that is suitable for use by Italian-speaking electrical professionals. It is important to emphasize that the translated version should be used as a tool to enhance understanding and should not replace the need for qualified electrical professionals to have a thorough understanding of the NEC. A qualified professional will know how to use both the English and translated versions of the NEC properly. Furthermore, continuous training and education are essential for staying up to date with the latest changes and revisions to the NEC. Electrical professionals should participate in ongoing training programs to ensure that they have the knowledge and skills necessary to comply with the NEC and perform electrical work safely and effectively. The NEC is not just a set of rules, it is a comprehensive guide to safe electrical practices. By understanding the principles and requirements of the NEC, electrical professionals could help prevent electrical hazards, protect lives and property, and ensure the reliable operation of electrical systems. When in doubt, it is always best to consult with a qualified electrical professional who can provide expert guidance and ensure that electrical work is performed in accordance with the NEC and other applicable standards. The NEC is a living document that is constantly evolving to reflect changes in technology and industry best practices. It is important to stay informed about these changes and to incorporate them into electrical work practices. The NEC is an essential resource for electrical professionals, and a thorough understanding of the NEC is critical for ensuring the safety and reliability of electrical systems. Although an official Italian version may not be available, the use of translation tools combined with expert review can provide access to the NEC valuable information for Italian-speaking professionals. When dealing with specific sections of the NEC, it's beneficial to consider the potential challenges in translation. For instance, Article 110 covers requirements for electrical installations. Translating terms like ampacity, voltage drop, and short-circuit current rating accurately requires a deep understanding of both electrical engineering and the nuances of the Italian language. Article 230, which addresses services, presents another set of challenges. Terms like service conductors, service equipment, and grounding electrode system must be translated precisely to avoid any ambiguity in the requirements for connecting a building to the electrical grid. Article 408, dealing with switchboards and panel boards, involves technical terminology related to circuit breakers, fuses, and overcurrent protection. Accurate translation of these terms is crucial for ensuring the safety and proper functioning of electrical distribution systems. Article 500, which covers hazardous locations, requires careful attention to detail in translation. Terms like explosion-proof, dust ignition-proof, and intrinsically safe must be translated with utmost accuracy to prevent misunderstandings that could lead to dangerous situations. The NEC also includes requirements for specific types of equipment and installations, such as those found in Articles 517 healthcare facilities, 520 theatres, audience areas, and motion picture and television studios, and 550 mobile homes, manufactured homes, and mobile home parks. Translating these articles accurately requires familiarity with the specific requirements and terminology associated with each type of installation. In addition to technical accuracy, it's important to consider the cultural context when translating the NEC. Electrical practices and regulations may vary from country to country, and the translated version of the NEC should be adapted to reflect the specific practices and regulations in Italy. This may involve using different terminology or modifying certain requirements to align with local standards. The goal of translating the NEC is not simply to convert the English text into Italian, but to create a document that is clear, accurate, and relevant to Italian-speaking electrical professionals. This requires a deep understanding of both the technical content of the NEC and the cultural context in which it will be used. By carefully considering these factors, it is possible to create a translated version of the NEC that is a valuable resource for promoting electrical safety and compliance in Italy. One must emphasize that while software can assist, human expertise remains paramount in ensuring the accuracy and reliability of translated technical documents like the NEC.